Wow.
Welcome for the last time.
Thank you,
GTI.
Craig. Feels weird.
It's many in the audience don't understand the relationship of our two organizations, and I want to get into that in a moment. But I wanted to start with, you gave a great talk yesterday about the growth of the industry, and so if you could tell everybody, where is the industry today? And maybe some of your concerns, what we should be thinking about.
Well, I think this industry is, as I said, a very beautiful industry, but it's also very brutal. And we have been scaled down in many parts of the world. We see new competitors coming up. We have difficulties with regulation. Regulation needs to keep up with the new technologies. So it is a brutal world, and we're not afraid of competition as long as the playing field is sort of even and we can compete on equal things. We have had OTT battles that never became a war. Now they are our good friends. We have satellites coming our way as well that I do foresee going from being an enemy, within brackets, to actually be a good complement and a good friend. So I think the world is big, the opportunity of technology is never ending. If we just find ways of working together, we will be able to reap the benefits of this increasing pie continuously.
As you know, at GTI 3.0, our focus, our concentration is 5G Advanced plus AI. It's our major priority. I know it's a priority at GSMA. Can you talk about the alliance that we've been working together on?
No, absolutely, and I would like to congratulate you, Craig, because you have not only have a legacy in GSMA, the longest-standing chairman of GSMA, and now you've done it again in GTI, and I do think that we had in the very early days we had issues, but then we sort of found a way of cooperating, and we can see how the impact of GTI now in China, where China is clearly the leader of 5G. And we measure that every quarter, and China is unbelievable skilled in deploying not only coverage, but also standalone, where you can reap the full benefits of 5G. Now you have AI coming in as well, and the combination of AI and 5G will revolutionize the world if you have a proper 5G with 5G standalone, 5G advanced, which China has, and the scale and capabilities of AI. And I think GTI plays a really important role there. And whatever we can do from GSMA to help that and to piggyback on your insights, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic cooperation.
Is GSMA involved at all in trying to sort out, not necessarily the winners and losers in AI, but how AI develops with the operators? Is that a role that GSMA is playing, or is it more just watching as things develop?
No, we're not watching. We're trying to play an active role, but obviously every operators have their own way of doing things and their own business model. Fully respect that, but we're trying to be the umbrella, if you would like. So we have developed something called the responsible AI, that we have a vast amount of mobile operators signed up to, just to make sure that we have an ethical dimension to the
Can you explain what responsible AI
well,
is?
It is basically a theme where you sign up to be mindful of AI and make sure that you sort of, whatever you deploy has to be deployed in an ethical and thoughtful manner. And we have developed this over years, together with 6 or 7 UN bodies and 25 different operators that have been involved in sort of tailoring and scaling this. So I think that is something, and it might give us sort of an umbrella, but obviously all operators will deploy it differently, because there is a plethora of issues. There's an issue of culture. Will a Swedish LLM be able to be as effective in France as a France LLM would be? Or Sweden is such a small country, will we use an American or a Chinese LLM? How will that be sort of perceived in Sweden? And you have data sovereignty. So there's a huge amount of challenges. But in all new things, there are always challenges. And once you have the challenges under control, that's how you move things forward. So I feel a bit envy of my successor. I feel a bit sad that I won't be, well, I definitely will be part of it going forward. I try to be You're my role model, Craig. I mean, you have managed to be around for so many years, and I hope that I will be able to find roles where I still can be involved in this very beautiful yet brutal industry.
Is there advice that you would have, this may be presumptuous of me to ask, but is there advice you would have of an organization like GTI? The lessons that you've learned in building GSMA to such a large global organization, I think most people don't fully appreciate its impact on the world and how difficult it is to take all the stakeholders that are involved in this industry. And are there any small or big lessons for GTI as we continue to try and expand our influence around the world?
Well, I don't think that I can really give you advice, Craig,
Well, it's
on
not
that.
me.
No, but even GTI, I think you should, and GSMA will certainly continue to be a positive collaboration, a pull and push, I think, to challenge each other. Just because we are best friends and partners doesn't mean that we always agree on things. So I think this push and pull is really important. That you look at GSMA, what we are doing, and we will definitely look at GTI and see what you are doing and how you are developing predominantly China. Because China is, way beyond just the mass market. It's a very innovative mass market that is truly leading and driving many new technologies. So it would be wrong for GSMA not to be really close to GTI, but we will be in China as well, of course. And I think the important thing is that we are definitely stronger together. I mean, there is no discussion about it. Scale is the most important thing in our industry, and it is so complex. So we need all the good brains. So inclusion is important as well. We can't just fish from 50% of the talent pool, i.e., men. We need equal amount of women as well. We need to have 100% of the talent pool to drive this beautiful industry forward. Why? Well, because this industry has really the power to change the world. Just look at where we are now, 50 years since the first mobile phone call. We are everywhere. We are the centerpiece. We're the foundation of this new society, of this digital society. And if we're not careful, we might lose that position. We might do things that is not good for society. So having GSMA, having GTI working together, I think is sort of a guarantee for a more sustainable future, a more inclusive future.
Thank you. Let me end this.
No, don't end it. Continue.
This brief interview. With your reflections, having served as the longest Director General of GSMA, you've been in the industry, senior executive at Ericsson, senior executive as a operator. Are you able to put it all together in any sensible way at this point as you move on to other things that you're doing?
Well, I mean, we've come a long way. I remember at Ericsson we were talking about SMS, and will that really be something, writing small sort of notes on a piece of paper and passing them on to your neighbor? Would that ever be something? I remember launching the first prepaid system. Again, would that be something? It's only for people with poor credit score, maybe criminals. Would that ever be? And now we know it's 80% or so of all subscriptions are prepaid subscriptions in the world. So we haven't always got it right. But the world has moved on so quickly, and the foundation, what I have done, and what I think you have done to a large extent, is to build the foundation. We have done the hard, heavy lifting. Now our children, this group, will come and do the cool stuff on top of it. The things that really will matter. And I feel great for that reason. I think we have done the foundation, now it's someone else that will do the cool stuff.
So last question, follow-up to this is, if there was one or two things in the future, without details, just is there something that you get really excited about in our industry and you're curious how it's going to develop?
Yeah, Open Gateway. Open Gateway, definitely. I think Open Gateway has the same power as roaming. When we actually understood that just calling to someone on my own network or calling someone in the same country is not that fun. But once we start to understand that we can actually go beyond the walled garden to speak to other people, to engage with other individuals, that is a game changer. An open gateway has that. An open gateway together with 5G advanced, together with AI, wow, what a powerhouse that will be. So.
Thank you, Mats. It's, as I said, it's been an honor that you've been so involved with us. Thank you, and hopefully your successor will be just as encouraged to work with GTI. So thank you again.
Thank you, Craig, for your great partnership throughout the years. Thank you so much.